Your Excellency, sir, distinguished guests, the people in white top are the UPDF SACCO staff, Wazalendo SACCO, the biggest saving cooperative society in this country. And behind them are the UPDF acrobats that are entertaining you as well. Thank you, UPDF acrobats. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much. Your Excellency the President, distinguished guests, next to the program will be the parade marching in review order. Your Excellency, you can hear your wananchi. Very happy with the progress made. Skill and training. We shall stand. Please take your seats.
What is the marshal? What are you the
parade commander comes to seek for permission to have the colors of the parade After that, we shall have the parade march off and we'll continue with the program. Your Excellency, sir, allow me to thank the Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, and the Senior Presidential Advisor on Special Operations, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Basili Akagawa, and the Commissioner General of Prisons, Dr. Yabashaija. Sir, the CDF was represented by Deputy CDF, Lieutenant General Samuel Kiding, while police, the Inspector General of Police himself is present, and the Commissioner General of Prisons are all accompanying you on this occasion, sir. And they have been accompanied by generals and senior officers in all the security services. We salute them for such a beautiful parade, for the preparations. More so, we salute you, sir, for building such a formidable security agencies that have maintained the peace and the stability of our country. I think they deserve a clap. It takes leadership, it takes planning, it takes foresight to achieve the vision you have had all along, Your Excellency. We salute you for the leaders who have had over the 40 years in these agencies, that each has put a brick to see these forces as they are seen today. I'm very sure the parade has been very smart. Your Excellency, we are celebrating 40 years of people that were driven by patriotism, driven by Pan-Africanism, and a desire to see our African people achieve their aspirations or realize their aspirations. So the progress we have enjoyed, or we have witnessed, and we still continue to witness, is not by accident. It's planted, it is sowed in the blood of Ugandans and watered by blood that was continuing to be shed, that continued to be shed in dealing with the various insurgencies over the years. And now, in our Pan-African duty, we continue to shed blood for the good of the African people.
Papa.
Those who have clapped, thank you. Hakuna mchezo. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much. Yes, the parade commander has handed over to his deputy or second in command, who is none other than Major Miriam Okello Apio. Your Excellency, sir, 40 years ago,
Sir, parade commander,
there were no female or ladies in military uniform.
Sir, parade commander.
Thanks to your leadership, we have generals, senior officers, and other combatants from the female folk that are serving this great nation. I own my colleague, Madam Alice, had mentioned about you having made a history to be the first president in Africa to appoint a vice president from our ladies. Of course, we have had speakers of parliament, from Right Honorable Kadaga to Right Honorable Anita Among, heading the great house that legislates for this country. Sir, we cannot fail to salute you.
Gwaride! Gwaride natoka uwanjani.
Sikia sauti,
Mwende
sikia sauti.
waroka. Wasita wasita. Giuka kulia. Kulia. Giuka.
Yes. Those who thought ladies are weak, think again. And when you see her walking, you indeed believe she's been trained and understood her training.
Gwaride! Mwende waroka. Msakulia. Mbele tembea.
Obugalaawo nkikakasa obuyimba obwo bunyumye. Mheshimiwa Rais, wageni walikwa, naomba sasa hivi nachie nafasi mwenzangu akaendelee na kipindi. Asanteni sana.
Your Excellency, English, Kiswahili, both of them are our official languages. We thank you for encouraging us to learn Kiswahili. Today's theme, Your Excellency, is tribute to the patriots who ushered in a fundamental change. Kwa Kiswahili tunasema heshima kwa wazalendo walioleta mabadiliko ya msingi. Your Excellency, when you had just come, the inaugural speech, the opening statement was, no one should think that what is happening today is a mere change of guards. It is a fundamental change in the politics of our country. Your Excellency, as we celebrate 40 years of this NRA victory, we have seen this fundamental change. Nobody can dispute it. Those who try to dispute it are telling lies, and they are lying to themselves. Your Excellency, at this juncture, we would like to hand over to the Director of Ceremonies, Honorable Millie Babirie Babalanda, another Mugore, because she's also elected, she was elected to be Member of Parliament. Mama, congratulations. Your Excellency, we are many people in Kiswahili. Kwa hivyo, Your Excellency, kwa niaba ya wanafunzi wenzangu na walimu wetu wa lugha ya Kiswahili, tunakupongeza Mheshimiwa Rais Museveni kwa ushindi wa dhati kwa uchaguzi wa uraisi katika awamu mpya. Your Excellency, congratulations. We, the people who study Kiswahili, and our teachers, under the NRM Secretariat, we congratulate you on this landslide victory in the most recently concluded elections. And Your Excellency, it is under your leadership that constitutionalism and rule of law and democracy root. Your Excellency, people might not know that you are the first directly elected president in 1986, because the others were coming in as presidents in their own, but you were the first one. And you have maintained that discipline of keeping law and order. Your Excellency, we thank you and we congratulate you. Now, sir, please allow me to invite the Director of Ceremonies for today. Jina langu ni Alice Awori Muwanguzi. What is Afande Kulaije? Afande Kulaije umeondoka? Come and introduce yourself to His Excellency the President.
Your Excellency, I am Major General Felix Kulaije, and one of the assistants, Masters of Ceremonies or Directors of Program today. And we are now handing over to our boss, the Mugore, Honorable Millie Babirie Babalanda, Minister for the Presidency. Karibu.
Your Excellency the President, and President-elect, Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, National Chairman of the mighty party NRM, our Chief Patriot, as of today's theme, and freedom fighter, General Retired Mzee Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Major Retired Jessica Alupo Rose-Pell, the Right Honorable Anita Mo, the Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda and Second National Vice Chairperson of the mighty party, His Lordship Dr. Flavian Nzeja, Chief Justice of the Republic of Uganda, Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa, the Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda, Right Honorable Moses Chigongo, the Vice Chairperson of the mighty party NRM, Right Honorable Robina Nabanja, the Prime Minister and leader of government business, Right Honorable Kia Isanga Nakadama, the third Deputy Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Richard Todrong, the Secretary General of the NRM Party, Honorable Rose Namayanja, the Deputy Secretary General of the NRM, Her Lordship Jane Francis Abodo, the Principal Judge, Your Excellency, we are also joined by the Honorable Ministers and Ministers of the Minister for ICT, Honorable Major General Retired Jim West, the Minister for Security, Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Honorable Jacob Oboth Oboth, the Minister of Defense Veterans Affairs, Honorable Monica Msenero, the Minister for Science, Technology and Innovation, Honorable Mr. Kabanda Hajat, the Minister for Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs, Honorable Muloli Mukasa, the Minister for Public Service, Honorable General David Muhozi, the Minister of State for Internal Affairs, Honorable General Mbadi Mbasu, the Minister of State for Trade, Honorable Balam Barugahara, the Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs, Honorable Kirizesto Muyingo, the Minister of State for Higher Education, Honorable Fred Bwino Chakulaga, the Minister of State for Agriculture, Honorable Lieutenant Colonel Retired Bright Ramirama, the Minister of State for Animal Husbandry, Honorable Helen Adoa, the Minister of State for Fisheries, Honorable Kasolo Haruna Haji, the Minister of State for Microfinance, Honorable Henry Msasizi, the Minister of State for Finance in charge of general duties, Honorable Huda Oleru, the Minister of State for Defense, Honorable Persis Namuganza, the Minister of State for Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Dr. Samuel Mayanja, the Minister of State for Lands, Honorable Kaduchu, the Minister of State for Primary Education, Honorable Victoria Rusoke, the Minister of State for Local Government, the Head of Public Service and Secretary to Cabinet, Madame Lucy Nachobe, Honorable Members of Parliament, Honorable Members of SEC, the Service Chiefs, the religious leaders and cultural leaders, Your Excellency, allow me also to recognize the ambassadors and high commissioners accredited to Uganda. Can you please stand? Many. And also Uganda's ambassador abroad, can you please do the same? Because you are many. The religious leaders, can you rise and wave to His Excellency? As well as the cultural leaders. Cultural leaders, please. The permanent secretaries present, the senior presidential advisors, the resident city commissioner, and all other DCs, deputies, and assistants, the NRM family, and all other distinguished guests, Your Excellency, allow me in a special way to welcome the NRM family. NRM oye! NRM Jew! President Museveni oye! Buganda oye! Uganda oye! East Africa oye! Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Kyemwakoze gye kiri. All our invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Omukama mulungi, ekiseera kyonna. Your Excellency, it is with profound gratitude and honor that I welcome you to this momentous occasion. Today, we gather here at this historic Kololo ceremonial grounds with thankfulness and pride as we commemorate 40 years of the NRM liberation journey, themed tribute to the patriots who ushered in a fundamental change. Today's commemoration is a reflection on 4 decades that have profoundly reshaped the destiny of our nation. Your Excellency, Sir and Father of the nation, we thank the Almighty God for His grace upon Uganda and for granting you good health, strength, and wisdom throughout these transformative years. On behalf of the government and the people of Uganda, I warmly congratulate you upon your re-election to an 8th term in office through a peaceful and democratic process. This victory reflects the continued confidence Ugandans have in your leadership and in the steady course of the national resistance movement. Allow me, Your Excellency, to share a scripture that speaks to steadfast leadership, a testimony that your continued stewardship of Mother Uganda is rooted in God's choice and providence. Says the book of Isaiah chapter 41, verses 9 to 13. The Lord says, I took you from the ends of the earth, from its farthest corners. I called you. I said, "You are my servant. I have chosen you, and I have not rejected you. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. All who rage against you will surely be ashamed and disgraced. Those who oppose you will be as nothing and perish. Though you search for your enemies, you will not find them. Those who wage war against you will be as nothing at all. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, "Do not fear, I will help you." I also congratulate all other leaders who emerged victorious in the recent elections and commend all participants of their commitment to democracy. To those who did not succeed, we recognize your service and encourage you to continue contributing to national development in other capacities. As Scripture reminds us in John chapter 14, verses 1 and 2, "Do not let your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms." Now that the elections are behind us, we face the greater responsibility of building Uganda. Let us move forward in unity, mutual respect, and shared national purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, as we reflect on the 40 years of NRM leadership, we take pride in the evidence of progress that affirms that the past 4 decades have not been in vain. Uganda's economy has grown from $3.9 billion in 1986 to $61.3 billion as of June 2025. Our nation is now ranked among the fastest growing economies in the world. Driven by strategic leadership, political stability, peace and security secured by the NRA liberators, and disciplined macroeconomic management. Export earnings have risen from $534.7 million in 1986 to $13.4 billion. The tourism sector, once collapsed, now generates $5.99 billion. Uganda's gross national income per capita stands at $1,278, surpassing the lower middle income threshold of $1,136, a strong indication that Vision 2040's goal of a tenfold $500 billion economy is firmly on course. Most importantly, the lives of our people have improved. Life expectancy has increased from 47 years in 1986 to 69 years today, supported by sustained government investment in health and education, which has reduced infant and maternal mortality and enhanced the well-being and productivity of our citizens. These achievements affirm that the NRM liberation was not merely about political change, but about restoring dignity, expanding opportunities, and securing a future of shared prosperity. Your Excellency, the people gathered here and millions watching across the country and beyond remain inspired by your resilience and dedication. I thank the National Organizing Committee, led by the Permanent Secretary, Office of the President, Haji Yunus Kakande, the parade team, the media center, the presidential press unit for relaying this function live. It's now my humble request and singular honor and request to humbly invite you, Your Excellency, to address the nation. I thank you for your kind attention for God and my country.
Abana Kampala muri mutya. Mujebale emirimu. Mukulu olutabalo. Naye olutabalo tukyagenda mu maaso tukyalinayo okulonda okw'aba LCs. I want somebody to translate in Luganda. Wabe wakyusa mu Luganda. Amanyi okukyusa bulungi. Namayanja will do it. Her Excellency the Vice President,
Vice President wa Uganda,
the Right Honorable Speaker,
Speaker wa Parliament,
His Lordship the Chief Justice,
His Lordship Saabalamuzi wa Uganda,
and all the other leaders,
n'abakulembeze mwenna,
and all the wananchi.
n'abantu mwenna.
First of all, I thank God for having seen us through this big exercise of the elections.
Okusookera ddala muzeeyi yeebaza Katonda olw'okutuyisa mu kulonda kuno okuwedde.
Secondly, I salute all the Ugandans for participating in the elections.
Ekyokubiri yeebaza bannayuganda bonna okujjumbira era okwenyigira mu kulonda kuno.
Thirdly, I thank all the NRM members for supporting the NRM and its flag bearers.
Ekyokusatu yeebaza bamemba b'NRM bonna okuwagira NRM ate n'abo abakwata bendera z'NRM.
Now, there was a man in Ankole area, his name was Nshoninche.
Mu kitundu
Omuntu atalina nsonyi, no shame.
Mu kitundu kya Nkole yaliyo omusajja omu ng'erinnya lye ye Nsoninshe nga kitegeeza kaggwa ensonyi.
Not embarrassed to say wrong things.
Nti ye taswala kwogera bikyamu.
Now you have been hearing people saying that NRM has done nothing. Today there was a paper called Monitor, which had a headline that no change in 40 years.
Mubadde muwulira abantu abamu abaga nti NRM terina kyekoze era waliwo olupapula olwa Monitor olwaleero omutwe gwabwe omukulu gubadde gugamba nti tewali kituukiddwako, tewaliwo kyanjawulo mu myaka 4.
Now, I will show you here. You know, I am a film shower. I use films now. I don't talk so much.
Muzeeyi agenda kutulaga maaso ku lutimbe ennaku zino akozesa firimu okulaga bwino nga bwali.
Now, the economy of Uganda has recovered and gone through 5 phases.
Ebyenfuna bya Uganda bikyuse kinene nnyo era biyise mu mitendera 5.
First of all, minimum economic recovery.
Okusookera ddala waliwo entandikwa
okudda engulu.
ebyenfuna bya Uganda okudda engulu.
Kubanga ebyenfuna bya Uganda byali bizirise, kati NRM n'ebizza engulu.
Ebyenfuna nga bwe muwulidde nti byali bizirise, NRM yatandika na kubizza ngulu.
Then expansion of the small colonial economy which we had after it had recovered.
Ekyaddako kwe kugaziya ebyenfuna nga bwe byali abafuzi b'amatwale nga bwe baabireka nga bitono ddala ng'ebyenfuna wafunda naye NRM n'ebigaziya.
Naye n'ako katono Amin yali akasaanyizaawo.
Nti n'ebyo ebitono ddala abafuzi b'amatwale bye baalekawo, Amin yali abisaanyizaawo.
So we brought back that small economy and expanded it.
N'olwekyo ebyo ebyenfuna ebitono ddala byakomezebwawo ate ne bigaziyizibwa.
Then we diversified the economy.
Ate ne twongeramu bingi mu economy mu byenfuna byaffe ne twongeramu ebirala bingi
ebipya. Then adding value to
ne tugatta omutindo ku bintu ebifulumizibwa.
And now finally we are in the knowledge economy of automobiles and computers and so on.
Kati tukola ebintu eby'ebbeeyi ddala nga amamotoka, kompyuta n'ebintu ebirala.
These are the 5 phases of the recovery and expansion and transformation of the economy of Uganda.
Egyo gy'emitendera 5 okuviira ddala kukuzza engulu, okugaziya ate n'okuleeta ebipya n'okwongerera ddala amaanyi mu byenfuna by'eggwanga lyaffe.
N'okuleeta ebyenfuna ebipya ebiyimiridde ku magezi g'omutwe.
Ebyenfuna ebipya ebisinziira ku magezi ag'omutwe, obuyiiya.
Now I can show you here on the screen samples of the 4 sectors.
Kati wano muzeeyi agenda kutulaga ku lutimbe ebimu ku ebyo obubondo 4.
Because the economy of Uganda we are lucky. We have got 4 sectors.
Tuli ba mukisa nti tulina mu Uganda obubondo 4 obw'ebyenfuna.
In other countries, they don't have that opportunity.
Mu nsi endala ebyo tebiriiyo.
Here, let's look at commercial agriculture. Let's see what's happening with commercial agriculture.
Kati wano katutunuulire ebyobulimi ebyensimbi.
Let's start with sugarcane, we add tea, we add palm oil, we add bananas, coffee, whatever you have, you show us.
Katutandike n'ebikajjo, amajaani, emmwanyi n'ebirala ebiriyo.
Those are bananas. Uganda is the 2nd biggest producer of bananas in the whole world.
Ezo semulabye z'ensuku ezigudde akale
Show us, show us the other.
Kabatulage n'ebirala.
That's cocoa. That's cocoa. That's cocoa now. Show us cocoa.
Kati bagenda kutulaga kooko.
That is cocoa in Bundubujo.
Oyo kooko alimibwa e Bundibujo.
Show us the others.
Yongera okutulaga ebirala.
That is coffee.
Ezo zibadde zaakavaako mmwanyi.
Show us palm oil.
Tulage ku binazi.
I think that is sugar cane. That is sugar cane.
Ebyo bikajjo bye mulaba kati.
Okoye, ngazi sinakoa. That's tea now. Owafirima akoye. Please don't show me, show the products.
Tolaga kifaananyi kya muzeeyi, laga ebintu ebyo bye twetaaga okulaba.
Mtu wa jikoni. Mtu wa jikoni. Omusajja akoye. Kata azukuse. I think that is palm oil.
Ebyo bye binazi.
Okay. Atenti nga tutulaze ku nti munange. Kale, all that is commercial agriculture. Fisheries, show us fisheries. You don't have fisheries?
Ebyo byonna bye mulaba bye byenfuna okulima okw'ebyensimbi, era kati tusobola n'okulaba ku kulima okwoba okulunda ebyennyanja.
Now, the second sector, that is sector one, commercial agriculture.
ako ke kabondo akasooka ak'okulima okw'ebyensimbi.
But that is fish farming now.
Kati awo mulaba okulunda ebyennyanja.
The second sector is manufacturing.
Akabondo ak'okubiri bye by'amakolero.
Let's see the industrial parks.
Kati katulabe ebibangirizi by'amakolero.
That is, I think, Mbale Industrial Park.
Ekyo kye kibangirizi ky'amakolero eky'Embale.
Show us more of the industrial parks.
Tulage ku bibangirizi ebirala eby'amakolero.
That is Namanve now.
Kati oyo gwe mulaba ye Namanve.
Show us more. Are you tired?
Tulage ebibangirizi ebirala.
That is where I can't read it. Which one is that?
Ekyo nakyo kibangirizi.
I can't read it. Which one is that?
Ekyo kibangirizi.
That's Mbalala Mukono. Mukono
Ekyo
area.
kibangirizi eky'Embalala wane Mukono.
Show us the others. There are industrial parks in all parts.
Tulage ebibangirizi ebirala kubanga tulina bingi ebibangirizi by'amakolero
Which
mu
one is
bitundu
that?
eby'enjawulo.
That's Kapeka.
Ekyo ky'ekyekapeeka.
So those are the industrial parks which have come up all in this time.
Ebyo bye bibangirizi by'amakolero ebitondeddwawo mu bbanga lino byonna bize mu kiseera kya NRM.
That's why somebody told me that when you go to the supermarkets now, 65% of the products are made in Uganda.
Yensonga lwaki omuntu omu yategeeza president nti bw'ogenda mu supermarket kati ebintu 65 ku buli 100 ebitundibwamu bikolebwa wano mu Uganda.
In the past, it was 100% imported.
Edda byonna byali bisubulwa kuva bweru.
So the third sector is services,
Akabondo akokusatu bwe buweereza
hotels,
ng'amahoteri,
transport,
ebyentambula,
tourism,
ebyobulambuzi,
real estate,
ebyokuzimba amayumba,
all that is within the services sector.
ebyo byonna biri mu kabondo ak'obuweereza.
Let's see examples.
Katulabe ku byokulabirako.
abasajja bakooye
tulina amahoteri,
transport,
ebyentambula,
entertainment,
ebyokusanyusa,
creative art,
abayiiya mu bitusanyusa,
and musicians and so on.
abayimbi n'abalala abagwa mu kkowa eryo.
All that is in the services sector. You can go in detail of each one.
Ebyo byonna bye bituukiddwako mu kabondo ak'obuweereza.
There's also real estate. I don't know whether they've got pictures of real estate, of the buildings around Kampala Entebbe area.
Waliwo n'ebizimbe oba kye tuyita real estate, ebizimbe ebizimbiddwa mu Kampala wano, Entebbe ne Uganda yonna.
When they get them, they'll show them to, those are, you remember some Idi Amin expelled our Asian citizens.
Mujjukira Idi Amin yagoba abayimbi
And confiscated their properties.
era n'awamba n'ebintu byabwe.
How many properties were they? How many properties were they?
Ebintu ebyo byali bimeka?
Only 4,000.
Byali 10,000
In the whole of Uganda.
mu Uganda yonna.
But if you see the number of properties we have now,
Kati olwaliro bw'otunuulira ebizimbe oba ebintu ebizimbiddwa,
it is
weewuunya.
millions
Biri
of
mu
properties.
bukadde na bukadde.
So you wonder why Idi Amin was wasting time on 4,000 miserable properties of the Asians.
Weewuunya lwaki Amin yamala obudde ku buntu 10,000 obunya ng'agoba abayimbi.
Within those are part of the real estate.
Kati amulaba ebizimbe gali kwoleka
By your own people.
nga bannayuganda bennyini be babizimbye.
Much better than the miserable properties of the dukas of the Indians.
Bisinga n'obuduuka bw'abayimbi bwe baalina.
But within the industries, I forgot the automobile industry. I want you to see the automobile industry.
Naye mu makolero omuzeeyi yeerabidde okwogera ku kukola emmotoka era kati ze mulaba ezo ze mmotoka ezikolebwa mu Uganda, bus.
Those vehicles are made by your own children.
Ezo emmotoka zikolebwa baana bammwe bannayuganda.
They are called Chira,
Bazita Kiira,
our name for the Nile.
erinnya lyaffe ery'omugga gwa Kiira oba Nile, River Nile.
Show us those vehicles. Let's see them more.
Katwongere okwetegereza
Show us
emmotoka ezo.
those vehicles, you sleepy man. Now, recently, our people drove those vehicles from here out to South Africa and back.
Wano gy'oli abalamu abantu baffe bavuga baasi ezo ze mulaba eza coach okuva wano paka emanga mu South Africa
And
ate ne bakomawo.
now that is the three sectors: commercial agriculture, manufacturing and artisanship, and services.
Obwo bwe bubondo obusatu okuli okulima okw'ebyensimbi, obuweereza, amakolero.
Then there is the fourth sector, ICT.
Kakati eyokuna akabondo akokuna ke k'ebyuma bikalimagezi.
Let's see whether they have some examples.
Katulabe oba balina bye tuyinza okulabako.
Those are BPO companies.
Ezo kampuni ezikozesa ebyuma bikalimagezi.
Who are based here and do work for companies in United States or Canada.
Kampani ezo nga zikozesa ebyuma bikalimagezi nga ziri wano mu Uganda naye nga zikola emirimu egy'abantu abali e Canada n'ensi endala.
So this is big growth, but we are going to grow even more.
N'olwekyo eno nkulaakulana ya muggundo ate era tugenda kwongera okulaakulanira ddala.
This year, your oil will start flowing.
Omwaka guno amafuta gagenda kuvaayo mu ttaka, gagenda kutandika okufuluma.
The people who don't care about Africa wanted to come and grab this oil for others.
Abantu abatafaayo ku Afrika bali baagala okujja batwale amafuta gano.
Those are some of the oil wells.
Kati ezo ze zimu ku nzizi ez'amafuta.
That one you see there.
Olwo lwe mulabaawo luzzi lw'amafuta si mazzi.
The water is there behind the Lake Albert, but the oil is on the big.
Emabega waalwo w'oluzzi lw'amafuta mulaba ennyanja Muttanzige oba gye tuyita Lake Albert.
I don't know whether they have got other pictures of the pipeline and all that. Do you have?
Muzeeyi ayagala kulaba oba balina ebifaananyi ebirala ebya payipu etwala amafuta.
So, if they get them, they will bring them.
Bwe banaabifuna bajja kuba babiteerako.
Now, the economy is moving very fast.
Ebyenfuna biri ku sipiidi ya yiriyiri.
We are growing at 7% now.
Bikula ku bitundu 7 ku kikumi we twogerera wano.
With the oil, we are going to go into double digits.
Bwe tunaafuna amafuta bwe ganaatandika ate awo tujja kuba tugenze mu nnyukuta 2 oba nga tusoba mu 10.
But there are still groups of our population who are outside the money economy.
Naye era waliwo bannayuganda abakyali ebweru w'ebyenfuna eby'essente.
These are the ones who are in poverty.
Bano be bakyali mu bwavu.
From the colonial times,
Okuva mu bufuzi bw'amatwale
we had a small group of our people in the money economy.
twalina abantu batono nnyo abaali mu byenfuna eby'okukola ssente.
At independence, the figure they gave me were 9% in the money economy.
We twafunira obwetwaze baali ebitundu 9 ku 10.
Now, when we came, after stabilizing the country,
NRM bwe yajja nga bwe twamala okuleeta obutebenkevu mu ggwanga.
and when we checked, we found that still a small number of the people were in the money economy. The majority were outside the money economy.
Bwe baakebera era ne basanga nga bannayuganda abali mu kukola ssente baali batono.
That's why we started all these programs in Tandikwa, NADZ, all those programs.
Yensonga lwaki baatandikawo programs ezo nga entandikwa NADS n'ebirala.
Where we would give either grants or soft loans to families to get into the money economy.
We baaweeranga abantu oluusi nga ssente za kwewola kibanja nkola oba okubawa obuwi babeeko bye bakola bayingire mu kukola ssente.
But when I checked in 2013, only 32% of the people of the homes were in the money economy, 68% were outside the money economy.
Muzeeyi we yakebera mu 2013 n'akizuula nti abantu 33 ku 100
Amaka.
33 ku buli 100 ge gali mu kukola ssente.
32.
32 ku buli 100 ge gali mu kukola ssente nga 68 ku 100 baali tebannaba kuyingira
Bakolera lubuto lwokka,
nga bakolera lubuto lwokka,
working only for the stomach.
nga bakolerera kulya buli.
That's when we involved the army.
Awo we twateeramu amagye.
And the army went around distributing seedlings.
Amagye ne gatambula ne gabuna bonna nga gagaba ensigo.
And when we checked, 61% were in the money economy. When we checked in 2019, 61% were in the money economy, but 39% were still outside the money economy.
Mu 2019 bwe baddamu okukebera ng'abantu amaka 60 ku 100 nga gayingidde mu kukola ssente naye nga 3 mu
Mwenda.
9 ku 100 tebannaba kuyingira mu kkowe eri abo abakola ssente.
And then the problem was, I started hearing you saying, begabira boka, begabira boka, begabira boka.
Muzeeyi awo n'atandika okuwulira nga mugamba nti abo abaliwo beegabira bokka.
So that's why I said, now let's change. Let's give you the money and you solve your problems.
Muzeeyi awo kwe kusalawo n'agamba nti kabaweereze ssente mwe mwegonjoolere ebizibu mwe kennyini.
But recently, when I was campaigning, some of the people have used the PDM well.
Muzeeyi bw'abadde mu campaign akizudde ng'abantu abamu bakozesezza PDM bulungi ddala.
But there are other areas where there is still a problem.
Naye wakyaliwo ebitundu ebimu nga wakyalimuko obumulumulu.
The PDM money in some areas has been grabbed by 3 people.
Mu bitundu ebimu abantu ba mirundi 3 abezzizza ssente za PDM.
There is somebody they call focal person.
Nti waliwo oyo omuntu ayitibwa entabiro ya PDM.
Then the Muluka chief.
Ne wabaawo ow'omuluka.
And then they appoint a puppet chairman.
Ate ne wabaawo ne chairman abalondeddwa.
Gwe beerondera, ababiri gwe beerondera.
Ababiri bali yali akola ng'entabiro ya PDM n'ow'omuluka ne balonda chairman oba ssentebe.
That is not how the PDM is supposed to be.
Eyo si enkola ya PDM bweteekeddwa okubeera.
PDM needs to be from a general meeting of the whole parish.
PDM etegeeza yeetaagisa nga wabaddewo olukiiko olw'abantu mu muluka ogwo. Abantu bonna.
Abakulu abagala kwetaba okugoba obwavu.
Abantu mu kitundu ekyo oba mu muluka ogwo nga baagala okuva mu bwavu ne beetaba mu lukiiko olwa bonna.
Anybody above 18 years.
Omuntu yenna kasitaba ng'asussa emyaka 18.
If he wants, he should be a member.
Bw'aba ayagala ateekeddwa okubeera member.
And their general meeting should be the one to elect a committee.
Olukiiko lwa bonna abo olwo lwe luvunaanyizibwa okulonda akakiiko.
Which will select who comes first and who comes next.
Akakiiko ako ke kasalawo ani asooka okufuna PDM era ani addako.
And I hear that in Nabanja's areas, Nani Majes told me that in Nabanja's area they use akalulu, lottery. You pick the one who gets first.
Muzeeyi awulira nti mu kitundu kya Prime Minister Right Honorable Nabanja bo bakozesa kalulu bakwata bupapula asooka okukwata akapapula kakwata ke kaliko ennamba yaddirwa n'afuna.
So it must be, we are going to amend those rules of the PDM.
N'olwekyo amateeka ago agafuga PDM gagenda kukolebwamu ennongoosereza.
And we are going to put more money.
Era nze agenda kuteekamu ssente endala.
And especially in the towns, we may have to put about 300, 400 million per parish.
Naddala mu bibuga buli muluka oba buli waadi bagenda kuteekamu obukadde nga 3 oba 4.
Because people are many, homes are many.
Kubanga amaka mangi mu miruka egy'ebibuga.
But even in the rural areas, we can target that we finish all the homes in 3 years.
Ate era tusobola okuba n'ekigendererwa nti mu myaka 3 mu miruka egy'ebyalo amaka gonna mu miruka egyo gabe nga gaweddeyo.
But please, all of you go and be members of the parish circle.
Naye mwenna musabibwa okubeera bammemba ba saako ey'omuluka.
And any parish chief who does not follow that will go to jail. We shall arrest him.
Era ow'omuluka ataagoberera ekyo ataateeka ekyo mu nkola ajja kusibira mu mbuzi ekogga.
We have already arrested the one of Boambo
Ow'ebuwambo ye yasibiddwa dda.
because I got the information when we were campaigning.
Kubanga muzeeyi yategeezebwa bwe yali ali mu campaign.
And I sent people to check and it was true.
N'asindika abantu okunoonyereza era ne kizuulibwa nga kituufu n'olwekyo n'akwatibwa era ali mabega wa mitayimbwa.
Even in Maracha,
Era ne mu disitulikiti eyo ey'e Maracha
I got information there from the public.
era muzeeyi yategeezebwa okuva mu bantu aba bulijjo.
Even Iganga, when I was there the other day,
Neeyiganga bw'etyo bwe yali ennaku eziyise.
all those, the ones who were Kwega Viraboka, who are only giving themselves, that's a mistake. They should stop. Those committees should be dissolved and new ones created properly.
Abo ababadde beegabira bokka bakikomye bunnambiro era obukiiko obwo bujjululwe baddemu bakikole nga bayita olukiiko olwa bonna abantu bammemba beerondere akakiiko.
Now, those ones don't have to be sent to jail. Bamururu tubategedde muve mu bukulembeze temuddamu essaawa bw'enaatuuka mukomyeyo sente za saako.
Abo bo ababadde beegabira bokka tukizudde nga bamululu tebajja kusibwa naye bajja kukomyawo sente za saako ate n'obukulembeze tebajja kubuddako.
But the ones who extorted money from the people,
Naye abo abajja ku bantu ssente mu bukyamu
abatema ku sente z'abantu, ababatemako sente, abo bagenda mu kkomera.
abo ababatemako ssente ne babawa ssente ezitawera abo bagenda kusibira mu kkomera.
So, this is all, we don't want a country of 70% rich people, 30% poor people.
N'olwekyo tetwetaaga ggwanga nga lirimu ebitundu 7 ku 10 bagagga ate 3 ku 10 baavu.
Because now 70% of the people are in the money economy now.
Kubanga kati kikakasiddwa nti abantu 7 ku 10 bali mu kowe eri abo abakola ssente.
It is the 30% that are outside the money economy now.
Kaakati 30 ku buli 10 ago ge gali ebweru w'okukola ssente.
Therefore, that's why we are going to put emphasis on PDM, enough PDM money to reach all the homesteads.
N'olwekyo tugenda kuteeka essira ku PDM tufune PDM ng'amala abune mu maka gonna.
So PDM plus all the other funds, the ghetto funds, border funds,
N'olwekyo PDM n'ensimbi ziri eza bodaboda n'eza ghetto.
the cultural leaders, we shall create a fund for them.
Abakulembeze ab'ennono nabo tujja bafunira ensako yaabwe.
The religious leaders in their dioceses,
Abakulembeze b'eddiini mu bulabirizi obw'enjawulo.
the Muslim districts.
ne districts ez'abayisiraamu.
The university graduates who have not got jobs for 2 years.
Abaana abatikkiddwa ne bamala emyaka 2 nga tebannaba kufuna mirimu.
The political leaders, we shall add another amount for them, 15 million per parish. For the,
Ate n'abakulembeze abalonde nabo wagenda gattibwako obukadde 15 ku buli muluka ng'ezo zaabo abakulembeze abalonde.
so what we want is everybody to be involved in wealth creation.
Twagala buli muntu abeere nga yeenyigira mu kutondawo obugagga.
This will be emphasis number 1.
Ebyo ly'essira erisookera ddala lye tugenda okuteekako.
Then if we have enough money, we deal with free education.
Bwe tuba nga tukyalinawo ssente tugende ku kusoma okw'obwereere.
Now we also want to check on the health.
Kati twagala n'okwekenneenya ku by'obulamu.
The immunization has done very well,
Okugema kukoze bulungi nnyo,
but the curative has got some issues.
naye okuwonya kukyalimuko ebyetaaga okulongoosa.
Then the issue of the roads, rural roads.
Kati tudde ku nguudo naddala enguudo ez'omu byalo.
We don't want any unrepaired roads,
Tetwetaaga nguudo zitaddaabiriziddwa,
whether tarmac or maram.
oba lwa koolaasi oba nga lwa ttaka.
The jobs come from wealth.
Emirimu egyo giva mu bugagga.
When you create wealth, then wealth creates jobs.
Nti bw'otondawo obugagga, obugagga butondawo emirimu.
Then the issue of justice.
Kati tugende ku by'obulamuzi.
We don't want corruption in the courts.
Tetwetaaga bukenuzi mu kitongole ekiramuzi.
The new Chief Justice is very, very active in that.
Saabalamuzi omupya omujja mujjumbize nnyo ku ekyo.
And he did what I've been telling them to do for a long time.
Era yakola ky'abadde ayagala akole bulijjo.
What I've been telling them,
Yakola bulijjo ky'abagamba bakole.
to ask the public, ani ali enguzi, who is corrupt?
Nga abuuza abantu aba bulijjo nti ani oyo ali enguzi.
Because they know, the public will tell you.
Kubanga mmwe abantu aba bulijjo mukimanyi ate era musobola okukyogera.
So that is the best way to know who is corrupt.
Eyo y'engeri yokka gye tuyinza okumanya ani mukenuzi.
Now, on the other issue, the markets.
Ensonga endala y'ey'obutale.
That's why we emphasize East African integration.
Y'ensonga lwaki twagala East Africa ey'awamu.
When we produce all these products, where shall we sell them?
Nti ebintu bino byonna bwe tubikola tunaabitunda wa?
The internal market is not enough,
Akatale kaffe ak'omunda wano mu Uganda
not only,
tekatumala.
not only for Uganda, but also for Kenya, for Tanzania. We need a bigger market, all of us.
Si Uganda yokka naye Kenya ne Tanzania ffenna twetaaga obutale obugazi.
But where we are now, we're already moving very well.
Naye we tuli tutambula bukwaku.
We now have a positive balance of payments.
Tulina bw'otunuli
Esente eziyingira ezebwera eziyingira mu Uganda zisinga zetukozesa okusaka
bw'otunulira ssente ze tufuna okuva
ebweru.
ebweru.
It's more than what we spend to import.
Ssente ze tufuna okuva ebweru nga tutunze zisinga ze tukozesa fe okugenda okugula okuva ebweru.
We have got now, by October last year, we had a balance of $2.37 billion on the balance of payments account.
Mu mwaka ogw'ekkumi omwezi ogw'ekkumi omwaka oguwedde twalina obuwumbi
2.37.
twalina obuwumbi 2 ne miliyoni 7 eza dola nga
Miliyoni 307.
miliyoni mmeka muzeyi?
307.
miliyoni za dola bisatu
no obuwumbi bubiri n'obukadde 307
obuwumbi bubiri n'obukadde 307 eza dola ng'ezo ze ziri ku kye tuyita balance of payment oba eziri awo mu reserve
ezifikawo. So and we are just beginning.
ate nga tutandika butandisi
We are going to do much more than what's happening now.
tugenda kukola ekisingirako ddala ku kiriwo kati.
We are celebrating a big victory in politics.
tujaguza obuwanguzi obw'amaanyi mu byobufuzi.
But I got 8 million votes who voted for me.
muzeeyi yafuna obukadde 8 abaamulonda.
But 10 million of my supporters did not turn up.
naye ng'ate obukadde 10 tebwajja kulonda.
Our supporters
obukadde 10 obw'abawagizi baffe
by NRM.
aba NRM tebajja kulonda.
Because in May, on the 6th of May,
kubanga nga 6 ogwokutaano
Last
omwaka oguwedde
when we registered our members,
bwe twawandiisa bamemba baffe
we had 21 million members.
twalina bamembers obukadde 21.
18 million of them were old enough to vote.
nga obukadde 18 ku abo baali bali mu myaka egironda.
But when we checked the register,
naye bwe twakebera register oba yerobuuku zaffe
when we checked the register of the government,
bwe twakebera register ya gavumenti
by that time only 8 million of our people had registered.
kyali kiraga nti abantu obukadde 18
Munana. Only 8 million
obukadde 8 bwokka bwe bwali bwewandiisizza
in the register of the National Electoral Commission.
mu register ey'akakiiko k'ebyokulonda.
So we struggled, and apparently our people registered 14 million of our 18 million supporters.
ne tukola nnyo okulaba nti abantu baffe waakiri obukadde 14 ku 18 baali balonzi.
They were able to be registered in time.
baali basobola okugenda ne beewandiisa mu kakiiko k'ebyokulonda
In time.
mu budde nga bukyaliyo mu kuzza obujja enkalala.
But now, I got 8 million votes.
naye kati muzeeyi yafuna obukadde 8 obw'obululu.
So where are my 6 million votes?
obululu obukadde 6 buli ludda wa?
That means some of our people did not turn. I hear the opposition wasting time.
kitegeeza nti eriyo abantu baffe abamu abatajjumbira.
I hear the opposition wasting time talking nonsense. You really, if you don't know Uganda, you can waste your time.
muzeeyi awulira abavuganya gavumenti nga boogera bamala obudde okwogera ebitakwatagana lwakuba tebamanyi Uganda eno.
They are lucky because all my supporters did not turn up.
balina omukisa nti abawagizi ba pulezidenti bonna tebajja kulonda.
Only a few came.
abamu ku bo be bajja.
Only 8 million.
bukadde 8 bwokka.
If they had turned up, there would be no opposition in Uganda.
nti senga bonna bajja ne balonda opposition oba okuvuganya twalibadde tufuma bifume kati.
But why did they not come?
naye lwaki tebajja?
I think there are two. We are going to study it, but I think there are 2 reasons.
tugenda kyekenneenya naye nga tulowooza ensonga ziri 2.
I think, my suspicion,
tulowooza tuteebereza ensonga ziri 2.
number 1, the opposition threatening violence and
ensonga esooka abavuganya gavumenti nga batiisatiisa abantu baffe.
And then the police, this police, doing nothing about it.
Ekyokubiri ne poliisi eno neetabaawo kyekola.
People misbehaving and nobody does anything about them.
Abantu nga bamenya amateeka ne watabaawo kikolebwa.
Some people have been attacked.
Abantu abamu balumbiddwa.
Why should you attack anybody because of the elections?
Nga lwaki olumba omuntu oba okumwaŋŋanga olw'okulonda?
What right do you have to even use harsh words?
Ye obuyinza obujjawa okukozesa ebigambo ebikambwe.
Yemwe abasubyeko akasajja. You have no right to say that.
Tolina buyinza na ddembe kugamba nti mwe mutusibyeko akasajja. Tolina lukusa olwo. Ani awulidde enjogera eyo nti yemwe abatusibyeko akasajja? Why would the police hear this and keep quiet? Poliisi eyinza etya okuwulira kino n'esirika?
So that is reason number one why I think some people did not turn up.
N'olwekyo eyo ensonga esooka gye tuteebereza lwaki abantu baffe abamu tebajja kulonda.
The other one is misbehavior by the NRM leaders themselves.
Ensonga ey'okubiri ye y'abakulembeze b'NRM abeeyisa obubi.
Entaro,
Abalwanagana,
bringing wars among our people.
abaleeta obutakkaanya mu bantu baffe.
They make some of the people say, let me kambyesonye ebyo ebyobululu kambiveemu.
Kireetera abantu okwekyawa ne bagamba nti ebyobululuka babiveeko.
That is the second group.
Eyo ye gurupu ey'okubiri.
So these two groups must watch them.
N'olwekyo gurupu zino zombi tulina okuzisaako eriiso ejjogi.
The opposition who use terrorist approach.
Aba opposition oba abavuganya gavumenti abakozesa olulimi olw'ekitujju oba enkola ey'ekitujju.
Then our own people who are indisciplined and selfish.
N'abantu baffe abeeyagaliza bokka abatagoberera mpisa za kibiina.
naye ffe abaganda b'omu Lukoola, tulina olugero lwaffe olugamba nti ekitatamuyima tekikola ki? Tekimalako nte. Kasa NRM ekyalina amaanyi tugenda kutereeza abantu abo bombi ababiri abo. NRM oye! NRM oye! Katonda ababeere. Naye enguzi erina okukoma. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the President, and President-elect, I thank you for your presentation to the nation at 40 years of NRA Victory Day. Your Excellency, 4 decades of steadfast stewardship shows that this renewed democratic mandate is not merely an electoral victory, but a powerful national endorsement of a leader whose clarity of purpose has guided Uganda from collapse to stability and from survival to sustained growth. 40 years ago, you promised to usher in a fundamental change. That promise has been fulfilled, marking a decisive break from the failures of past. I congratulate you, Your Excellency, and all the people of Uganda. Your Excellency, and with your permission, you will allow 4 entertainment groups to entertain you and your guests after the medals. And these groups are, number 1, Sauti Africa, number 2, UPDF Culture Troupe, and number 3, Daddy Andrea. This is a special appreciation to the President and President-elect, General Retired Mzee Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. On behalf of the Muyenga community, in recognition of your exemplary leadership, distinguished service, and unwavering commitment to the safety, security, and development of Muyenga and Uganda at large, we recognize your contribution. As such, the Muyenga First Class Residence Intelligence-Led Policing Medal reflects the remarkable gains achieved under your leadership through proactive intelligence-led security initiatives, particularly the establishment of the CCTV grid in line with the NRM Manifesto 2016-2021. You laid a strong foundation for the peace, stability, and sustainable development in Muyenga and the surrounding region. As a result of these efforts, Muyenga has transformed into a safer community, fostering business growth, hospitality development, and increased investment, while enhancing the quality of life of its residents. Furthermore, the introduction of the parish development model has strengthened community safety and cohesion through resident profiling and inclusive community barazas, improving information sharing, trust, and collective responsibility. In recognition of these outstanding contributions, the residents of Muyenga anonymously resolved to honor your leadership by awarding you this medal, the first of its kind, as a symbol of deep appreciation and respect. Your Excellency and President-elect, may this honor inspire your continued dedication to peace, progress, and prosperity for Uganda. With sincere gratitude, congratulations on your outstanding service and 2026 presidential electoral victory. I therefore invite the following residents of Muyenga to come and present the award to you, Your Excellency, the President and President-elect, for your outstanding service. Mr. Yassin, may you please move forward. Mr. John Intwatwa, Mr. Taban Idro, Mr. Beyen Mesfuni, Mr. Andrew Tibayelila. Thank you, Your Excellency. Apologies, Your Excellency, but in a special way, allow me to introduce to you the former national leaders. Your Excellency, we've been joined by His Excellency Edward Kiwanuka II, former Vice President. He's here with us. His Lordship Stephen Kavuma, former Deputy Chief Justice, is also here with us. Right Honorable Ruhakana Rugunda, former Prime Minister. Right Honorable Amama Mbabazi, former Prime Minister. And Right Honorable Chintu Musoke, former Prime Minister. Your Excellency, it's time for the Chancellery Department to come and take us through.